Namaste guys, Rajesh here for Namaste Tech, and in this video I'm going to do a camera comparison between the LeEco Le2 and the Redmi Note 3. Both phones come with a 16 megapixel f2.0 aperture shooter at their rear with face detection autofocus and dual LED flash. At the front, the Redmi Note 3 packs in a 5 megapixel f2.0 shooter, while the LeEco Le2 packs in an 8 megapixel f2.2 aperture shooter with large 1.4 micron pixels. I personally believe that the camera experience of a device is as important as the camera performance. So before we compare the image quality of both handsets, let's talk about the camera experience. The Redmi Note 3 lacks any shortcut or gesture to quickly launch the camera app while the device is sleeping. The camera app in itself is your typical MIUI 7 camera app with basic options like the shutter button, ability to toggle HDR, flash, and the option to switch to the front camera being all located on the right side of the viewfinder. The application also packs in a bunch of modes, including manual, which is likely the most useful of all of them. However, the manual mode is too limited as it only allows you to change the ISO levels and white balance with no option to control the shutter speed. Diving deep into the settings menu of the camera app provides you with options like toggling camera sounds, tweaking picture quality, scan QR codes, and more. The autofocus performance of the Redmi Note 3 is decent when there's plenty of light available, but in low light, it is one of the weakest points of the phone's camera. Xiaomi has improved this aspect tremendously with software updates over the last few months, but there's still a lot left to be desired. In low light, the camera tends to take a long time to focus on subjects and keeps refocusing as well. The camera app on the LeEco Le2 seems inspired from the iOS camera app to me, but on steroids, as it packs in more customization options and features. The default UI provides you with access to all the necessary options like the gallery app, toggling flash, etc. And tapping the settings button located at the bottom left corner provides you with slightly advanced options like ISO levels, white balance, exposure, voice control, timer, etc. The phone also comes with plenty of scenes, though the most useful ones are going to be HDR and night mode. You can change between the video, photo, panorama and slow motion mode by swiping up down or left right on the viewfinder. Like the Redmi Note 3, the LeEco Le2 also features face detection autofocus, but it performs better than the former in low light. While the phone did take slightly longer to focus in low light, it did not continuously lose focus, and with plenty of light available, the phone's autofocus performance was pretty decent. Sadly, despite the presence of a powerful Snapdragon 650 and 652 chipsets inside both phones, they both lack an auto HDR mode. However, the LeEco Le2 can at least record videos in 4K resolution out of the box, while the Redmi Note 3 requires one to use the Google Camera app. Now, let's talk about the image quality of both handsets. Both phones pack in similar camera specifications, so their performance should be identical, but that is not the case here. Pictures taken from the Redmi Note 3 come out looking punchy and solid thanks to the boosted colors and saturation levels, while the one taken from the Le2 come out looking a bit too bland and neutral. They don't really look as attractive as the photos taken by the Redmi Note 3 in daylight. The HDR mode on the Le2 is completely broken with photos coming out slightly blurred and out of focus. The Redmi Note 3 in comparison has no such issues. The LeEco Le2 did manage to perform slightly better than the Redmi Note 3 in low light, but that is only in extreme scenarios. Even under inadequate artificial lighting, the Redmi Note 3 tends to do a better job than the Le2. This is a sample test footage shot in Full HD resolution on the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. And this is the same scene shot in Full HD resolution on the LeEco Le2. So the overall winner of this camera comparison is easily the Redmi Note 3. However, the camera performance of both phones are not exactly something to boast about, and if you're looking for a phone with the best camera quality inside the 15,000 range, buy the Moto G4 Plus. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching it. Do hit the like button below and subscribe to our channel if you have not already done so.